Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Scouting, and I'm getting sick of saying that because I'll share with you, warts and all, this is the fourth time I am trying to record this video. Yes, the failure has struck again. The first time I recorded this video, the sound was messed up, so I decided to remake it. I recorded the video a second time and forgot I had my mic on mute and ended up talking to myself throughout the entire game and wasn't able to use the game. Third time I decided to record this, I played through the whole thing, had a fantastic commentary, much better than the one you were about to hear, but yeah, forgot to hit the record button. So yeah, here, take 4, Sand River, encounter. I am here in my T-15, and I am bottom tier. A lot of the enemy tanks on the enemy team I am not going to be able to hurt. It is a 62%er, but a lot of our players, better players, are in the lower tier tanks or mid-tier tanks. And yeah, a lot of big nasty tanks on the other team. So on Sand River, what you see a lot of scouts doing is, especially on encounter, is rushing to the ridge here, and if you do that, poke the ridge and pull back down, you pretty much spot most of the enemy team and you end up getting an automatic scouting medal. But I don't want to do that because my top tier players in my team are not very experienced or just not very good, and I need to show my team what's going to be waiting for them when they move into position. So I am not going to head over for an automatic scouting position. I am going to head up to a bush at F5, and it's a bush not very many people use, and I find it very, very effective on encounter games. So here we go. So I am still testing out the T-15. I recently switched out the coated optics for binocs, and I am finding the tank far, far better with the binocs. Mainly because this tank is a scout, and you kind of flip a coin every time you click the match button with it, the battle button, because if you get into a game like this where you cannot hurt most of the enemy tanks, yeah, binocs are going to be far, far better. But if you get into a game where everything else is tier 3 or tier 2, coated optics work better. But overall, binocs work in both situations. So here we are, spotted a lot of the enemy already, and we are in position. But unfortunately, most of my team are not taking up positions where they can take advantage of the tanks I'm spotting. So most of what I spot in this game does not get shot at. Unfortunate, but that's the way it is. We have a T-49 sitting in G8, and he is in a perfect position to hit what I'm about to spot, but yeah, he decides to move away. I don't know why. Maybe he thought he wasn't going to get any joy there, but if he had just stayed around for another minute, he would have had so many targets, he would have had problems choosing between them. But again, I am passive scouting, I am not shooting. I'm going to put it up to ×2. But look at all these enemy tanks I am spotting for my team. Now, it is worth mentioning, I do not have 6th Sense on this tank yet. In fact, I don't know how close I am to getting 6th Sense. But this tank is going to become even better when I do get 6th Sense. But look at all these tanks I'm spotting, and absolutely no one is in a position to take advantage of shooting them. Enemy team are capping. I'm debating whether or not to take a shot. Kind of looking back to figure out why or where my team are. But yeah, all these enemy tanks spotted and no one in a position to shoot at them. Now someone took a shot at me there. And a second shot. So something over there has a very experienced crew or very, very good view range, and I've got to get out of here. So I head down the slope, but I've got tanks in front of me, tanks behind me, and the only safe place is here behind this rock. So I move behind this rock to protect me from the tanks in front, and I'm in a slight dip which should protect me slightly from the tanks behind me. But I've got no chance of penning these guys. Go back up to ×2. So T-14 dies. Now I make a mistake here. I realize I can't hurt the Churchill. I forget that Churchill has still spotted me. I move forward to another bush. But I realize, whoops, I'm still on radar from when the Churchill spotted me, so gotta run away. So Churchill is now dead. My effectiveness as a scout is over. It is time to go around and do some damage. Let's go hunt down Artie. But Artie's under fire. Artie is dead. Alright, so 4 enemy tanks left. Unfortunately, 2 of them are KV-1s, and I have absolutely zero chance of hurting a KV-1. But I switched to premium ammo anyway, just to see maybe I can do some track damage. But no joy. Can't pen him. So let's go over and see if we can spot the other guy. Oh, we don't need to. Someone else has. So again, back of a KV-1, premium ammo. No chance of penning him. So I'll go for the track instead. And there we go. But nope, no chance of penning him. And he's dead. Alright, so that's a lot of premium ammo fired and absolutely no damage done, and that's the problem when you are bottom tier in a T-15. So I rush across to see whether or not I can get the Wolverine, but he's going to die before I get there. But anyway, yes, that position, F5, is it? G6, that corner. Very, very effective passive scouting position. So it wasn't the best of games, but then I'm not one who just puts up good games on YouTube. I will show you everything, warts and all. The point is, even though it wasn't a great game, we still managed to get our scout medal, even though we didn't charge up to the ridge to get it early in the game. We still managed to get patrol duty, even though most of the tanks we were spotting weren't being shot at by our teammates. We didn't have a great game. We only finished 4th. However, even though a lot of the tanks we were spotting weren't being shot at, we still managed to get 1115 spotting damage in a tier 3. We detected 10 enemy tanks and only managed to, well, we didn't even manage to do damage 2. We tracked 2, but that was about it. So T-15 is not a great tank when it gets into higher tier games. It can be a monster at lower tier or same tier games, but not in this case. But again, that's not the point of the video. We ended up with 23,000 credits and didn't earn on that much XP. 739 XP with premium times 5 left me on 3,695. However, the point is that it is a very, very good position. Even better if you've got 6th Sense, which I don't on the T-15, but you can effectively scout that ridge in an encounter game on Sand River. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.